In today's session, let us discuss about remaining formats of data, which is text. In text format, we have three data types, which are char, varchar, and text itself as data type. Char, varchar, and text. While inserting these text data types in SQL, you have to give them in single quotation marks. For example, you are inserting the name called Ram. You have to give it in single quotation marks. Yeah, you can use double quotes also. In most of the cases, MySQL will support single quotes only. It is better to follow only single quotes. When it comes to this char and varchar, they will allow maximum 255 characters. Like integer, they will allow maximum 255 characters. If the length of text is more than 255, this char and varchar data type will not allow. The maximum length of text will be 255 characters. And also, while writing this data type for a column, you should also write the maximum capacity of that particular column. Should also write the maximum capacity of that particular column. For example, if you are choosing name as the column, name is your column. For both char and varchar, I will use name column. For this name column, I am giving data type. Name will store only text type. What will be the maximum length of any name for a person or something? 20 letters or 25 letters. For safety, I am taking 30 letters. Maximum length of any name can be 30 letters. Yes, sir. I am taking care of 30. Here I am taking varchar of 30. For the same column, I am using two different data types. Both will allow the text. Then what is the difference between char and varchar? Yeah, let me explain you. For example, I took a name called Ram here. Both in char data type column and varchar data type column. How many characters are there in the name called Ram? There are 3 characters. We have 3 characters. Here also I have 3 characters. But when you take this character data type, as you take care of 30, as you are allotting space for 30 letters, for every value, it will take the space of 30 letters. Even if it is a 3 letters word, it will take the space for 30 letters. Like a classroom. Here I have one classroom where I have 30 seats. 30 seats. Even if 3 students come, there will be 30 seats. Even if 1 student come, there will be 30 seats like that one. Even if 29 students come, 30 seats will be like that one. Even if 30 students come, 30 seats will be there. For 31 student, it is not sufficient. It is only 30 student capacity classroom. Even if 10 people come, there will be 30 seats as usual. Remaining seats will be empty. That's all. Even if I am taking 3-letter word, it will take space for 30 characters because it will assign 30 characters space for each and every value present in that particular column. Even if you take a 4-letter word, for example, let me take Sana. It is a 4-letter word. Even it will assign 30 character space. It will assign 30 character space. This is characters. This is character data type. It is fixed length. Fixed length data type. Fixed length data type. Okay. When it comes to varchar, it will assign the storage based on input. Maximum length of the text allowed is 30 characters. You are trying to enter letter, character, or text which is more than 30 characters, it will not allow. Here, as I took varchar of 30, maximum length of the text allowed is 30 characters. It will not allow the text which is more than 30 characters. But if you are inserting a 3-letter word, it will allot space only for 3 letters. If you are inserting a 4-letter word, it will allot space only for 4 letters. Varchar will assign storage based on input. Varchar means variable storage character. Variable storage character. What means? Space. Yeah. Here we are allowing students of 30 people, but I am not allowing them any seats. I am not giving students any seats. I am arranging seats somewhere in the storage. If any student is coming, he should bring his chair and he should sit. If 3 people are coming, there will be only 3 chairs. One more people is coming into the class, he should bring the chair. I am not giving chairs to them. Based on the input value, we will assign storage. We are not assigning the storage as fixed value. Yeah, let me explain you that. I'm going to explain the same thing. For example, we have 2 columns, same name columns with 2 different data types, with char and varchar. This character data type is fixed length. Even if it is a 3-letter word, it is assigning storage for 30 letters. If this person came to me, he told me his full name is Ram Prasad. Ram Prasad. Ten letters. Space also will be considered as a character. Totally 10 letters word. If I update this Ram to Ram Prasad, if I change this value to Ram Prasad, as they are storage for 30 characters, as I am assigning seats for 30 people, even if 10 people comes, they can sit comfortably. No problem. They can come and sit directly. Right? Here now there is only 3 people. I assigned seating for 30 people. Even if 3 people are replaced with 10 people, they can come and sit comfortably. When it comes to varchar, I assign storage only for 3 people based on the input. Only 3 people are coming, only they got their chairs. Only seating is arranged only for 3 people. What if 7 more people comes? I want to add 7 more characters, right? Totally 10 characters. No. If 7 more people comes, they have to bring their own chairs first and they have to get seated. It is allowed, but it will reload the storage. Storage is not assigned. Storage is not pre-assigned. It should reload additional storage. It needs storage for 7 more characters included with space. It should reload the storage for 7 more characters. Reload the storage. It will reload the storage from hard disk and it will assign those 7 characters. It can add space for those 7 characters also. When it comes to char and varchar, which will save the storage? Which will save the storage? Varchar will save the storage because it is taking, we are taking for 3 letters word, it is taking storage only for 3 characters. 3 characters. When it comes to 4 letters word, it is taking storage only for 4 characters. Whereas when it comes to char, it is fixed length. If you assign char of 30, it will take 30 letters storage for all the values. Even if you are giving 3 letters word, it will take storage for 30 letters. Varchar will save the storage. Varchar will save the storage. If I want to update the value in char and varchar columns, which one will update quickly? Char will update quickly. As there is storage for the remaining characters also, it will update quickly. If I am already arranging the chairs for you, you can come and sit quickly, right? If I ask you to bring chair and sit here, first you have to search for chair. You should get your chair, then you have to sit. Here it is going to search for storage. It is taking storage permissions. It is allotting storage. Then it is updating value. Which one will update quickly? Character will update quickly. As I have already lot of storage present in that particular value, it will update quickly. When it comes to Varchar, it should reload the storage and it will update the value. It will take some time. It will also update in seconds, but when it comes compares, Char will apply very quickly. It will take few seconds, like that. When it comes to crores of records, we are storing data of crores of people. We will not use character data type for for saving the storage, but we will use character data type for regularly updating column. If we are giving access to customer to change his name regularly. For example, I am giving permission to customer. He can change his name regularly. Whenever he wants, he can change his name. For example, your LinkedIn profile or Naukri profile. If you created your Naukri profile, you can change your name regularly. One day you can give your nickname, one day you can change it to short name, one day you can give full name. Whatever you want, you can update it regularly. If I am allowing the customer to update their value regularly, I will use character data type, regularly updating column. For a not regularly updating column, we will use data type called Varchar, non-regularly updating column or non-updating column. Yeah, you can use non-regularly updating column. If crores of people are trying to update this value in Varchar data type, database servers will feel very difficulty to assign the storage. Your database will become very slow because it will be reloading the storage only. It will keep on reloading storage because crores of people are continuously updating values. Right? It will be reloading the storage continuously. Your database will become slow if you are using this Varchar for regularly updating column. In general purpose, for which column we will use this Varchar data type? Example. Name we will allow for updating. Any person can update his name. Here also we can update, but not regularly updating. Can I use for gender column? Will people ask for updating their gender? Do anyone want to change their gender or update their gender? No, gender is a text data type, right? No one will update their gender. Even if they are, it will be 1 in crores or 10 crores or 100 crores. Yes or no? No one will update regularly. For gender column, I can use Varchar data type. Like this, if you have any columns which are not regularly updating, then you can use Varchar data type. If you have any column which are regularly updating, then you have to use character data type. This character is fixed length data type. Even if you are taking 10 characters or 10 letters or 20 letters word, it will assign the storage based on the data type. If you are taking character of 30, it will assign 30 letters storage for every value. If you are taking Varchar, it will assign storage based on the input value. It is variable storage data type based on the input value. Okay. Then why do we have one more data type called text? This Char and Varchar data types can store only 255 characters. Char and Varchar data types can store only maximum up to 255 characters. Then what should you do if you want to store something called 1000 characters? For example, in any application or something, you have some option called feedback. where you can give feedback in 1000 letters or 2000 letters. Which data type can you use? If you are using character or Varchar, you can type only maximum 255 characters. If you want to give write feedback of 1000 letters or 2000 letters, which data type should you use? We have to use text data type. If you are using lengthy text, we have text data type. Here in text data type, we can store GBs of data. Even if you want to store a book, you can store a book. If you want to store the whole text which is present in a book, you can store a book also, complete book also. GBs of data will take up to 1 GB, 1 GB or 2 GB of text it can store. After this text data types, we have one more format called date and time. Date and time. We have one more format called date and time. In this date and time, we have three data types called date, time, and date time. Date time together. Date time and date time. Most of the times we will use date and time combinedly. Date and time combinedly we will use. When it comes to date, it will store only date in such a format called year, month, and day. YY, MM, and TD. Year, month, and day. 2023 04 12. Like this, it will store the date format of data. When it comes to the similarity between text and date time format of data, these both data types should be given in single quotation. If you are inserting data of date time data type or text data type, you have to give them in single quotation. Any date time data type, you have to give them in single quotation. When it comes to time, time will store in hours, minutes, and seconds, regular format only. Hours, minutes, and seconds. You should store this particular thing also in single quotation. When it comes to date time data type, it will store both date and time together. It will store both date and time together. You can store like this. Year, month, day, hour, minutes, seconds. Everything will be stored. Most of the times, we will use this date time data type. We will use this date and time together. These are the data types which we will use most of the times in SQL. First, we have number data types. In that number data types, we have two different types, which are integer and fractional values. In integer, we have tiny int, small int, and big int. Based on the storage capacity, we have 4 different data types, which are called tiny int, small int, and big int. After that, we have fractional data types. In that fractional data types, we have 3 data types again: float, double, and decimal. Float can store the maximum 16 digits value. Double the capacity of float, which is 32 digits. Decimal also can store 32 digits value, but it will not allow rounding. After that, we have text format of data. In text format of data, we have 3 data types, which are char, varchar, and text. Char and varchar can store the maximum of 255 characters. But when it comes to the difference between char and varchar, char is a fixed length data type, whereas varchar is variable length based on the input. When it comes to the text data type, if you want to store any lengthy text, which is more than 255 characters, we will use this text as data type. After that, we have something called date and time data types. Date and time data types. In date data type, we can store only date. In time, we will store only time. In date time, we will store both date and time together. These are the data types we have in SQL.